5 stories of ACCA that should inspire you with the power of this qualification. Story number 1, Ayan Patel. So I've spoken about Ayan quite a bit, right? He basically is from Bombay. He is the brother of one of my very close friends. That's how he really got introduced to this. Now, after his grade 10, his mom was very keen that he doesn't lose the momentum of study. And she knew that ACCA had this option that you can actually start it immediately after 10th through this foundation in accountancy route, FIA route. Anyways, Ayan was more than happy to listen to his mom. So as soon as his 10th was over, to around 1.5 years from then, right, which is 6 months before his 12th boards, Ayan just focused on completing some of the ACCA papers. And even though he was a little younger than the average, he landed up being able to catch up. He was still studying from a very disciplined perspective. So he finished a good number of papers before his 12th boards. Then he took a break for 6 months and he just studied for his boards and he scored really well. He was from HR college in Bombay. And after his 12th, he took up BCom in HR only. Primarily because we told him that focus has to be on a professional qualification. The bachelors don't matter as long as the college is good. So HR, the college was good, BCom was fine. So he reached his first year of BCom and he spent his rest of his first year completing the rest of the ACCA exams. So by his second year of BCom, Ayan had completed all 13 papers of ACCA. Then his mom gave him the opportunity to take up an internship at PwC, where I had also worked in the past. And Ayan, till his third year, landed up basically working at PwC. So as of date, he's completed his graduation. Just think about his mindset. He has to never study anything if he doesn't want, because he completed not only his school and college along with just the rest of the world, but he also attained a professional qualification with over 1.5 years of work experience in a branded company like PwC. After all of that, he appeared for GMAT, and as of now, he is studying with the Imperial College in London for his master's in finance, but with the option that this Imperial College is a college which people really struggle for and would kill to get into. He got into that. I think ACCA did help him a little bit over there as well. But that is his secondary qualification. His primary qualification is sorted. He is secure. He can do whatever he wants in life now with his CV at such a young age. And now whatever he does, no matter who is around him, it is going to be close to impossible for them to catch up to him. Story number 2, Tansi Goel. Now this is one of our other students. I've again spoken about her. And she was having a tough time. She had taken up C and she was having a tough time. And it's not really, a great situation to be in, right? Somehow, she was researching for what else she can do. And on Quora, she came across us with explaining about ACCA. It was one of these articles I'd written a long time back. She reached out to us. She knew she was getting a few exemptions because of her CA. She claimed those exemptions, gave ACCA 1 quarter at a time and started clearing the papers. Not only did her confidence come back, but she started moving ahead in her career. We helped her get an opportunity in one of the companies that we were associated with, where once she started working in the company, she completed ACCA, came back on track, started doing really good work for this company. And after a year and a half of working with this company, their team offered her a secondment, which means she can go and work in the same company's branch, but in San Francisco. So now she went from basically being, down in the dumps, not really moving ahead with her career. And within a couple of years, she was able to take an opportunity all the way to US because of pursuing ACCA. And it's not even that popular in the US compared to a CPA. It's much more popular in countries like UK, Dubai, etc. Yet opportunities come when you're prepared. And that's another complete turnaround story when it comes to Tansi. Third story, Sayam Faki. Now, Sayam has been one of my, he's been really close to me in the ACCA journey, and you'll understand why by the end. He took the exemptions that ACCA granted him, started studying for ACCA, completed ACCA, and he landed up first job with Jet Airways. Jet Airways, he was doing internal audit, and then after that, he shifted to one of the largest multinationals in finance called BDO, which is obviously available in India now, of course. And at that time, he was not sure, but he was wanting to also go to Dubai to settle down. So he had both the options because ACCA allowed him for a career in India that time and now, as well as Dubai. However, as it would turn out, he landed up teaching with Zell and then we took him on full time. And now he's been working with us for, I think, over 2 years almost. And he's sort of one of our core players, core team members, because not only does he understand ACCA from this journey of a student, he's also worked as an ACCA, he's also taught as an ACCA. And now he's been working with our content team, product team. He talks to other universities and corporate clients on our behalf because he's the perfect representation of having a career that, as long as you study and you start doing work no matter what, right? You might find what you want over time, but you got to keep running as fast as you can and try to take the advantages that ACCA kind of qualifications provides you with exemptions and the ability to finish it quickly and global opportunities. So that's to do with SIAM. Option number 4. Now there was these are not really by students, but I remember, I think 2016 or 2017, I'd gone to one of the ACCA exam centers with some of our students. And, I'd met this guy. He and his wife were CAs working at KPMG in India, and they wanted to go to Canada. But they were not able to for reasons which are many. They basically didn't have all the prerequisites required to get into one of the bigger, to get into Canada. That's when they stumbled upon ACCA. He and his wife at that time had to only give 4 papers of ACCA, the final professional level, because they were both chartered accountants. They landed up completing ACCA, obviously, like right in front of me. Like they took it up the first time they gave the exams, I was there, and then we stayed in touch, and I know they cleared. And now the couple is residing in Canada. I don't think they're working with KPMG though, but they got their dream, and they had mentioned that the huge factor for them being able to reach there is ACCA. Story number 5, Nirbhay Vasa. Now, Nirbhay was one of the first people who I ever knew who was taking up ACCA. He had studied it in London. In fact, he had helped me with the first few papers that I had given myself. And he was working in London. I remember when I had just given 12th, he had come back from London. That time he got a job in statutory audit in Deloitte. This is back in 2010. Deloitte at that time was paying him 6 lakh rupees, which is of course much higher now, but at that time to get a ACCA to be paid 6 lakh was unheard of. After that, he joined a real estate group and shifted to Bangalore, where he was really doing well for a long time. After that, he came back to Bombay, and currently he is the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, in a company called Abans, which basically is again based out of Mumbai. It's a massive securities trading company which is into commodities and it has a lot of entities across the world. So he as a CFO is in charge of the entire accounting. And CFO, as most of us know, is the highest sort of designation that we in the field of finance and accounts can aspire towards. And that's one of the, again, and of course, he's been teaching with us since years. So he's impacted and hired also many students in return. So I think that, guys, these are really interesting stories that we know of, that I have personally interacted with. Of course, I have a lot more. If you all are keen, I can just let me know in the comments. We can make a short series of all different stories and keep you all updated for different cycles that candidates go through. And if this is something that you did land up liking, then please do subscribe, give us a like, and I'll see you in the next video.